Just start by it's some easy breaths, and you can just hold your legs any which way you want, and hold your chest up just enough so you have enough air going in through your lungs and down into your diaphragm. Okay, so we're gonna really take some, like probably 5 breaths right now. So just you close your eyes, let your shoulders come down, inhale through your nose, and exhale nice and long out. Feel the rise of your chest as you inhale. And exhale down, let that chest fall. Inhale again. Working our core. In and out. 2 more breaths. And 1 more inhale. Good. Now, reaching over one knee, I want you to take 2 breaths with a little twist in your trunk. So look over your shoulder, take a big inhale. Extending those ribs, and exhale it all out. 1 more inhale in. And you're going to release on that exhale. Come back to center. Go ahead over to the other side. Inhale in. And then exhale out. Through your nose. Inhale. And exhale back out. Release it forward. Wherever your legs are, try to get into either crisscross or a lotus pose. And all I want you to do, keeping that chest up, is leaning forward and pushing your elbows down on those knees just slightly so that you can feel the insides of your legs. Now hold here. And exhale, try to get a little deeper and deeper as you exhale. And I'm trying to keep my back straight, so we're not rounding it like this. We're just keeping that chest up. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come on back up, and then exhale and round your spine out. So you're letting go of that chest, your head is coming down. Nice and deep. Do 1 more inhale. And exhale, deeper, deeper, deeper. And come on back up nice and tall. Bringing your legs together. Let's bring one leg straight and the other one crossed over. And you're going to place that opposite arm right on the knee. And I'm pushing with my upper arm to really allow the stretch in my glute here. And so now I'm going to look behind my shoulder, supporting my back with my opposite arm. And breathing here, really emphasizing that stretch. You might feel a stretch in your back too, which is always nice. Good, and release that side. Unfold that leg. Let's go over to the other side. Elbow onto that knee. Twisting nice and slowly. Pushing that elbow against the knee so you really open up that space in your hip. And keeping your chest nice and tall. Still getting that air through, down to your diaphragm. Good. And you're going to release it here. Go ahead and bring your legs up, bent in front of you. And now supporting your back behind you. All I want you to be doing is a little knees on the ground and then lift those hips up if you can. Now modified, you're just staying here and keeping your butt on the ground, kind of giving yourself a glute massage. But if you can, you're going to lift expand those hips. Exhaling every time you come over and push up. We're starting to wake up that body, increasing blood flow all throughout the body. So good to wake up nice and slow. Good. Exhaling. One more on each side. Lifting up, down, and stretch up. Whew. Good. Come back to center. Let's keep one leg in, okay, and then the other leg is going to go nice and straight out to the side. I want you to pretend that you're a little ballerina here. So bringing this foot nice and close to you as possible. Bring that toe up as if you can reach it. And what I want you to do first is we're just going to crawl forward, okay? Go nice and easy, and you're going to really feel this leg that's straight, a nice pull in the hamstring. So go easy on that leg. We're just telling it to wake up. You can kind of rest on your elbows, if you can. Here. Just kidding. Maybe you can't. If you can't, then you're just holding your chest up, pulsing maybe into that so we can increase that flexibility. And now come on back up, push with your arms. Now reaching down to that toe. You can either hold it here and just embrace that stretch, and you're gonna bring your body toward that toe, towards your head. And then once you're here, you can also open up and reach for the sky. And then slowly bring that arm, continuing it down nice and slow. And then I'm going to turn so my face is facing my knee. My nose is down now. And if you're here on your ankle, that's okay too. But you want to try to reach as far as you possibly can. And really take one more breath in. Exhale, try to go a little bit deeper. And crawl with an inhale back up. Ooh, yeah, okay. Okay, let's go ahead and make the other leg nice and long out to the other side. Bring that opposite leg into your inner thigh here as close as possible. And we're just going to reach that toe up, bringing our chest up, reaching forward, crawling forward. Oh yeah, feel that stretch. I'm gonna kind of rest here. If you're here, that's okay. Try to keep that back somewhat straight. But we ultimately want to feel that little beginner stretch in that leg here. Breathing. Exhale. And crawling back up. Get nice and tall. Bring those shoulders back. Reach for those toes as much as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And I'm going to just hold myself here. Raise the opposite arm up to the sky, really opening up that chest. Ooh, there's so many things stretching all at once here. Try to let your breath ease into it. If you have to get out and turn your head down to your knee, that's okay. I'm going to start to go that way anyways. I'm going to round into a little moon shape with my arm. Get that lat nice and stretched out, and then turning over so my nose is facing the ground. And I'm pulling my toes towards my head. One more inhale. Exhale, get nice and deep. And let's crawl it back up with that inhale. Ooh, yeah. Okay, good. Now, crossing your legs once more. I want you to try to open up this chest. So we're going to start with just bringing both hands in front of us here as if you're holding a small ball. And I want you to pretend that you're passing the ball out to one side and then back to center. Out to one side and center. And we're really ultimately just creating space, but also creating movement within the shoulder and keeping the core engaged that whole time. This range of motion is important. We're also going to go through all different planes with our arms right now. So we're starting with our lateral plane, a little bit of transverse if you can get past your shoulder. Good. One more out to the side on each side, making sure that you're nice and tall, breathing out. Good. And now lifting one arm back and bend as if you're going to pat yourself on the back and then come back up and down. Up, bend that arm back, up and down. Just continuing to go and move those arms into full range of motion. I don't know how many times you go and touch your back, but this is definitely a movement that tends to get harder and harder as we age. So one more on each side. Good. Last one for me on my left. And come on back up. Good. Now we're going to go into a full circle. So I want you to just stick with one arm. So you're going to just stay on this side all the way around and brushing the ground up and around. And I'm kind of going sideways. I'm trying to reach my fingers out as if someone's doing this for me. I'm pulling my arm out. Sounds terrible, but really kind of creating that space within the shoulder. Now when you make it back to the front, go ahead and turn the other way. And feel all those little muscles working. Feel your shoulders starting to get a little tired maybe, if you're still holding up. One more round. And let's switch on over to the other side. You need to kind of adjust yourself, stretch your neck out a little bit. Let's go over and start to circle back one way. Really creating that space, using our breath. Good. I'm going to do one more round. And then let's turn the other way. And exhale when you come forward. Breathe in on the way back. Exhale forward. Ooh, hello shoulders, feel it. Good, last one with a big inhale. And exhale, come back to center and bring your elbows down right next to your side. And we're just gonna start to do just small shoulder rolls. No need to bring them up and down like this, even though it might feel good, so you can do a couple of them, but then kind of settle down and just think about the joint of shoulder and the rotations and the exercises that we just did to create that full range of motion. And switch to the other direction, just a small movement here, because this is where we have a problem. Okay, so I don't want you to get so far in front of you that you're creating a kyphosis posture where your neck is coming forward. So just nice and small, keeping the neck nice and tall. Feeling those back muscles working this morning. Good. Okay, now just settling the shoulders down. I want you to place your hands on the ground. Really try to press the elbow down. So I know that might look weird and there's not much movement, but I want you to press down on one side and then let go. Press down let go. So you're kind of moving your trunk side to side a little bit, and so that way you're really creating space between your neck now and your shoulder, because those trapezius muscles, which actually runs all down your neck and into your shoulders, are really tight. Like, I know that mine are so tight most of the time. So we're releasing that by pulling them down, drawing them down with our elbows going to our rib cage. One more on each side. Good. Now bring your hands nice in front of your chest. Keeping that tall posture. We're just gonna mobilize our trunk now. Because we're gonna get into some floor exercises soon to really work on stabilization, core bracing. So when you're doing this, you're thinking about your core being in a corset almost. It's holding you still. That's how it should feel like most of your day. Breathing out. 2 and 1. Good. Before we go down to the ground, let's just get a nice slow head circle. So we really disengage our neck from our shoulders. Not so it falls off of our head, but so that we have less tension, muscles can be a little looser. Go one more round in this direction. And let's switch ways. Go ahead in the opposite direction, nice and slow. Good. One more round. And nice and tall. Good. All right, let's bring our knees to the ground now so that we're in a tabletop position. And like I said, we're going to really engage our core here. So what I want you to really focus on is bringing that belly button up and then letting it come back down. But instead of thinking about your belly coming down, I want you to think about your tailbone coming up. Okay, so belly button up, tailbone up. Okay, so keeping your spine straight, keep your nose down to the ground. Your legs are about shoulder width apart. Shoulders are the same with your hands. And you're just increasing that energy in the center of your body. This is really, really great actually for people who have had any lymph node removals or damage. Because as you know, that gets rid of that flow of lymph. And so if we can move the lymph, we can move our circulation, it's better for our body to get the nutrients it needs. All right, let's really engage with that breath now. Inhale when we bring the tailbone up. Exhale when the belly goes up. And you can incorporate your neck now. So you're pushing down the palm of your hands, down through your toes. And really just emphasizing that stomach up and down. And one more exhale, bring that tailbone down. And release. Come back to center. Now we're going to do a little wag with our tailbone. So really, we're actually trying to engage the obliques now. So it's not our bottom half that's really doing anything. What I want you to focus on is more about your core. So we're thinking about stretching the oblique, but also engaging the opposite one by exhaling. So really engage those core muscles, keeping that belly button up as best as you can. Sometimes you can get your coordination gets a little messed up when we try to think about so many different things. But try to just think about your breath, if anything else. Good. One more on each side. And come center. Now, that we're in this almost plank stage, I want to engage our core with our legs. So you're holding your position here, nice strong shoulders. You'll see that I'm not forward like this, okay? So if you catch yourself and you have your hands in front of your shoulders, either bring your body forward like this or drop those arms back so that you're not putting too much tension in there. Then we're going to engage our core with our legs by just outstretching one leg. And I want you to bring that knee towards your chest, and then it's going to go out. Okay, so bring it towards your knee. You're doing almost like that cat pose. So the belly button is coming in, and then you're going to expand. Now, if you got this down, keep your nose to the ground. Really focus on not moving anything else except for that leg and your core. In and out. And now inhale. And exhale as you kick out. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale to your chest. And exhale out. Good. Bring that knee down. And now let's do the opposite leg. So exhale or inhale as you bring that knee towards your chest, checking your shoulders, making sure they're staying still, and expand behind you. Inhale and exhale. Good work. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Bring that knee as tight as the chest can take it. And exhale, really engaging that glute, pushing that heel back and bring it back down. So we're in our tabletop position. Now, moving forward with this, we are going to go into another flow, kind of like we did last week. So I want you to lift your butt up into downward dog, and then we're going to slowly go down into a, what is it called? The cobra, okay? So bringing our heels or toes curled, pushing against our arms, taking that weight in the front, and then pushing it back so our ears are right in between our arms. And you're just going to hold that downward dog to start. You can start to pedal your feet if you want, or just hold it still, whichever is fine. Thinking about that core still, because we have to engage the core the whole time. Breathing. If you haven't started pedaling already, start to pedal your feet and then bring them as close together as possible. So my two big toes are right next to each other. I'm going to then adjust the weight. So I have my hands kind of a little bit wider than shoulder width. I'm going to bring this one leg through the center of my chest. And I know that is a very hard thing to do if you have a limited flexibility, but if you have trouble, just take 2 steps to get there. If you have to lift up and then bring your leg forward, that's okay. That back knee is going to be sitting on the ground, okay? So I'm here and I'm holding this pose here. We're just really opening up this IT band. If you're here now, and I just want you to hold it, but if you're able, we're going to connect that core and upper body by opening up that chest. And this is a very hard pose to get to. It's going to be your goal if you can't yet. But really opening up everything here. And if you're even more advanced after that, you can let that arm come down and kind of meet. I don't know if you can see my fingertips coming through, but I'm letting it cross my back and opening up that shoulder. I'm going to look up to the sky for 3, 2, and 1. Ooh! Yeah, I'm ready for it. And let's get out of that stretch. Come on down so that your chest is against that knee again. We're gonna lift that back knee if you can, and then shoot that leg back to where it started from. So bring that leg back. Good. And now the opposite leg is gonna come forward. Woo, yeah. Drop that back knee. Breathing here. I'm actually gonna bring my arm. Last time we did this way, I'm gonna actually try to challenge myself, bring my arms to the center of my chest, and then opening up. This is so much more balanced. But if you're not quite there yet, obviously keep this arm on the outside so you can secure that leg so it doesn't cause you to go out of balance. But holding it up in the air. If you want, you can curl it behind your back and try to loop it in. Okay, so I'm coming here, looking up to the ceiling, or maybe out to your wall. Just really emphasizing this for 3, 2, 1. Release, unfold, and come on back down. Ooh, yeah, okay. Lifting that back knee. We're gonna shoot the leg back into downward dog and really lift that butt up. So you emphasize that stretch in your hamstrings, pushing through your palms of your hands. Ears should be right next to each of your arms. Bring that belly button in. Good. Now, with the next movement, you're going to adjust your weight so that you're bringing your chest down into a plank. So your butt's going down and your body is in a full plank. You can either go down to the ground here into an isometric push-up, so it's going down nice and slow, or bring your knees down and do the same thing. So now I'm gonna lower myself with the knees on the ground best I can, engaging all those arm muscles. Woo! Relax here, uncurl your toes, let your head rest for a second. And then let's go into Cobra, really stretching out those ab muscles. For 3, 2, 1, come on back down, nice and slow. Forehead to the ground. And from here, push from your shoulders, underneath your shoulders, into a nice child pose. Really dragging those arms on the ground so you can really stretch those lats, rhomboids, trap, all those back muscles. Take your breaths here. Let's do that one more time. So that means we're going to go back into tabletop. We're going to go into downward dog. Really drive those heels down. Hold this for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Now get ready to adjust your weight so your shoulders are coming over your hands. You're holding this plank for a few seconds. And really challenge yourself to go nice and slow. If you can stay as slow as me as I go down, let's do it right now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chest down to the ground. Let your body just relax here. Woo. And on your next exhale, lift your chest up. You don't have to go very far. I'm actually only going to go with my elbows. So I'm letting my elbows sit on the ground. Bring my chest up. And head back down to the ground. Hands underneath your shoulders so you can push yourself back into child's pose. Up and back. With a big exhale. Now, when you're in this child's pose, really sink those butt bone, sit bones down. spread your knees apart if that's going to be a little more comfortable for you. And then I'm going to ask you to either keep your hands where they are or bring them next to your chest. And just let your head relax on your forehead or maybe on one side of your head, on your ear. We're asking our body to just relax right now. Relaxing every little muscle. Exhaling. If you have your arms next to your side, go ahead and start crawling them back up in front of your head. And we're going to bring our hands, draw them back to center, so we're in a kneeling position here. Okay. And now, just to give ourselves time to just breathe and relax. You can either fall back onto your back, like this, bringing those knees here, and we're just going to hold, bringing our palm to the ground and just relaxing. Or you can sit in a lotus position, whatever's comfortable for you. If you want to bring those feet down to the ground and lay flat, that is entirely up to you. So we're just really focusing on our breath and easing our body to just say, okay, I think you're awake now. Time to start the day. And use this time to just relax. There's a lot of stuff going on everywhere right now. And I think this is a great time for us to be together. Even though we're on video, I think it's really precious, the things that we do. And I think it's an amazing thing that I have all of you in my life, and that to me is the greatest thing. So just embrace everything. Think about your life, what things you're grateful for, and breathe. And start to wiggle those hands and toes now. You can lift that butt up into the air if you want, back down in the bridge. We're just waking our body, moving it around. Bring your knees to your chest, and I'm going to roll back up into a seated position, coming right out of it. And namaste, everybody. That was very nice morning. I hope I didn't overstretch you too much in some of those moves, but I think it's good to challenge your body every once in a while. But have a wonderful Tuesday. I will see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye. And there we have it. There is our Good Morning Sun yoga. I'm glad that I'm able to get it on this video now because I'll love you to watch it. So feel free to follow along and let me know what you think.